podcast with our host, Boston Bobby. Bobby, here we go.
Let's
So
rock and roll.
I want to rock and roll with you about the fact of the matter is of the opportunities that are out there to build a business right now instead of working for somebody else. What's the power, especially if you have a great network of people to build something?
I think the biggest thing, Neil, is, and I think I mentioned this before, the model, we don't have to give up what we're doing. So this isn't making career decisions. It's just saying, let me dedicate a couple hours a day, whatever time you can. If you're your own business owner, you put what you're into it. But the opportunity is so great where, because you start leveraging through other people, and now you have other business owners that are working for themselves, but the way the model works, if they're successful, you're successful. So you gotta prime the pump, get it going, and then once it gets going, it can lead residually to, as I said, a couple $100 a month, or it could lead to hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, like it has for a lot of the people we're working with. By the way, we've tied in with some of the best companies, the top leaders, and some of these people are making over $1 million a year, and they're right at our disposal, Neil. So, doing something, and you just mentioned, if you might want to talk more about it yourself, is the AI situation. And there's going to be so many people that are either going to be getting cut back or just looking for another stream of income. We've got the answer here.
Well, the reason it's going to be very hard for people in 2026, unless they figure out to have a side income, side hustle, or build something for themselves. And this is my biggest concern is the fact that employers are going to want more out of people. And then when it's not your own, you don't work as hard. I'm being honest. And if
Right.
you are one of the people that does work hard, even if it's not their own thing, you are unlike me because the amount of work ethic I put into my own business and for my clients compared to when I worked for somebody else, when the bell rang and it was time and I was a teacher and went home, my mind was not on teaching anymore. When I was working at this one company, when it was closing time, I was out. I wasn't thinking about it, living, breathing, and loving it. When you have something you can build yourself, something you can do yourself, it feels so much more satisfying than working for somebody else. And I feel a lot of people are going to get ticked off because the employers want you to feel, your boss wants you to feel like this is yours. And they are under so much pressure under the company that they want you to produce so much more, work more than 40 hours a week, especially if you're a salary employee, and want you to work 3 times as hard as you did maybe 2 or 3 years ago, which is not fair without giving you the money that you deserve, right, Bobby?
Absolutely. I mean, we have countless stories of people that have been loyal to companies. And look, it's not that the owners are bad, some are, but it's economics. I mean, if their bottom line is they can cut so many people, or they can hire someone out of college at a reduced price, they're going to do it because their goal, whether it's to their own family or their stockholders, is to make money. So you need, and you said it, you need a backup plan. You need to be in business for yourself where you can control what happens. And of course, you takes time to build a sales team, but there's nothing more rewarding. You're taking people with you on the journey, whether it's the product or the business opportunity or both. And you can only make money if you help other people in those areas. So we've got, I think, working with you, we've got some of the best plays that I've looked at since I started back after my, $4 million run with the other company, that I'm really ready to rock and roll with you. And again, having you to help us with lead generation to really get people, getting the leads and be able to build their own business under our team is going to be something that I think people should jump at, and we don't want them to miss it.
No, we definitely don't want them to miss it. And it's such a great point you're making, Bobby, about the opportunity and to build something your own. If you want the blood, sweat, and tears of what I've done to build a successful business, multiple businesses, the amount of time I had to put in to starting a business where you have a team of people already helping you to build. I had to figure this out all on my own. You have an
Yeah.
opportunity to build your own business where you don't have to answer to anybody. You make
Yeah.
money when you work hard to make the money. It's not, it's up to you, not up to your boss, not up to a paycheck. It's up to getting the money. The work ethic I had to do to build these businesses, build them from the ground up. It was blood, sweat, and tears, working for free, doing absolutely anything that took to get to where I am today. Now,
You're talking about conventional business, right?
yes, that's what I'm trying to talk. This is not conventional business. You buy in, you're going. And it's
Yeah.
not a high buy in either. And then you have professional people you're going to learn business from that literally have done this and made 6, 7, 8 figures. And they're here to help you grow and develop. Explain that, Bobby.
Well, again, you hit it right in the head. A lot of people, and I'm not knocking traditional business, but let's be honest, it takes usually a large startup. You put your whole life in it. You're not doing other things on the side. It's sink or swim, and you work your butt off because that's what you did. You put all this money in it, the time, maybe the education, 5 years of education or whatever you had sometimes, and to open up a business and to have the business savvy. And you just do whatever it takes. Someone said this in this industry, and it said the best thing about the home-based business network marketing industry is you have no boss, and you came in for low capital. You know what the worst thing about the network marketing industry is? You have no boss, and you came in for low capital. No one's telling you that you have to do this or you're going to get fired. So you have to have that desire to say, yeah, I put my 8 hours in at my job, and now I'm doing this side gig with Bobby and Neil, and gee, I got to put another 30 minutes in tonight, or an hour in tonight, and that's what it takes to succeed. But I wish we could be their boss sometimes and demand they watch that video or talk to 2 people a day, whatever it was. There'd be a lot more success. So if you can get the mindset that this works, you got a great team, and you're going to do whatever it takes, even though no one's putting a thumb on your head to do it, you're going to be successful.
Yeah. So it's big time happening. That's the thing. And so let's go with how you did it, how you built and made millions of dollars in network marketing. It was some work, but you had people around you to help you get there, right?
Yeah, I mean, you tie in with the team, and I'll just reference the company I made my big money with. I happen to bring in a leader, then she was actually better than me, which is that's the way this works. She built a huge team, and of course, that was part of my team, and I did my share. But the goal was, I had 9 real estate buildings. I had a full-time career in management for Thomas's English Muffins. So when I looked at this industry, I was playing balls, softball 5 nights a week. I was thinking, Dad, do I have time for this? But then I thought, what happens if I could just make that extra 2,000-3,000 a month? I never thought I was going to turn into 6 figures a year and quit my job and lifestyle. But that's what happens if you find the right people, or people lead to people. You don't even have to find the right people. Just get it going, and you don't know who knows who. And that's what happened for me. And then, so you work harder than you normally would for peanuts at first. And then as the group grows, you take the pedal off the metal, you can lay on the beaches, and you're still making 6 figures a year. That's the allure and what attracts businessmen, women, doctors, lawyers into our type of industry. They might make great money, but they don't have the time freedom that we have. That's what they want.
Time freedom. Explain that, because that's one thing I guess I don't get as a business owner handcuffed to my
Oh,
business.
yeah. Well, because most businesses are incumbent on what you do. Leveraged business is someone that has a lot of employees. But the problem with that is the employees are like, someone said, give me one employee, Great. Give me 100 employees. You have a 100-person daycare center. So they're a lot of work. And the idea is networking. Everyone is independent. Even though they're like you, leverage off them like employees, they want to make as much money as you as not more, not a $10 an hour wage or a $20 an hour wage. So their ability to dig in and do even more than you is that's what I always say. You're not a go-getter? Find 2 people or 3 people that are go-getters. Put them in your team and get out of their way. And that's really how this business works. And of course, once it starts working, the volume's coming up. They don't know if you're working your butt off or you're in the Bahamas. They're just doing their thing and their team's doing their thing. That's where the time freedom comes in.
Yeah. That's it's really something that you can do. But I think like this is the thing. I have been in this industry at times, working marketing for people, also doing the business. It's not easy, and you got and go in, you got to go all in. You
Yeah.
could keep your job and do it, and you put the time in. As we were talking to one of your leaders that you work with, Mike Crook. Mike talks about picking up the phone and calling people,
Yeah.
and telling them about this opportunity. And you never know that person on that phone and says it. If I would do the same thing, if I would pick up the phone today and say, okay, it's December. Okay. It's Black Friday this weekend. I'm going to make a few phone calls and just call everyone I know that doesn't know I'm building an agency. Someone would say, Neil, I didn't know this. I want to do the business. And it's 10 calls in. I want to work with you in some way. That's the same thing with this. You never know when you hit somebody who says, really, this comp plan's good. I'm with this other company and it's not working out. The opportunities are there. You just got to go do it. And it's
Yeah.
got to be what you're for, but you're right. I didn't think about this. Leveraging the vacations, building a great family community together, and helping people in a specific health product or let's say AI product that really blows people away. It's a game changer.
Yeah, and like you said, Neil, what stops a lot of people is they think they're bothering whoever they're speaking to, which is crazy. Think about it. So many people are struggling. What do we say? 60% of the people live in paycheck to paycheck. If you think you're bothering them, you're bothering them because that's what's going to play in your mind. If you think you're giving them an opportunity and all you're saying is look at it and decide, that's all. You're not twisting their arm because and the way you go about it is just what you said. We keep it simple. Talk to 3 people, new people a day about the product of the business. Now, imagine if I hired you and said, I'm going to give you 100 grand and all you have to do is call 3 people a day about my business or product. You'd go home to your wife, you'd be celebrating, popping champagne, saying, I got the easiest job in the world. I got to make 3 phone calls a day. Geez, let's go to lunch in 1 hour. That would be a day, right? So when people say, "Oh, it's a lot," no, it's not a lot. And just as you said, talk to 3 people a day. I guarantee that's 9. Think about that. That's 30 days in a month, 90 people a month, and all you did is 3 people a day. You bring the business or hey, keep it simple. Do you keep your options open when it comes to looking at ways to make money? Are you a health conscious person looking to better your health? Depends if you want to go business approach, product
I
approach.
mean, if you make
The
100
idea
phone
is you're
calls
going to
or phone
get,
calls or emails or
yeah,
DMs,
I mean,
you're
right.
going to
I always
get at
like the
least
personal
somebody if they
reach
know,
out.
like, and trust you. And
Yeah,
everyone has a certain family. And then once you get that, they have that network and it just builds. That's
right.
why the model always works.
3
And
people a
just,
day, warm contacts, or count the person you met at the gas station. People say you meet people every day. It's just a matter of opening your mouth, having a quick little pitch line, and just see who's attracted, as you said.
all right. Go to next4million.com and it's next four, not the number 4, but FOUR million.com. Appreciate it, Boston Bobby, and we'll talk soon.